This presentation is about the culture and the art form we know as hip hop and its origins. In this presentation, I will undoubtedly show who are the creators and originators of hip hop. I'll go in chronological order so nobody gets lost in the sauce. I've been telling people we've been practicing many of the things we attribute to hip hop for centuries. We just didn't call it hip hop in antiquity. And for everybody that stick around to the end, y'all gonna even hear how reggae was created from its originators. Now let's light up and take this ride with me. Now I did say we started chronologically, right? If you follow my page, you heard me speak on this excerpt more than a few times. I do it because it's a gem. Now this is a primary source, one of many, and it's not even the oldest. But we can use this as the example, so we'll start here. In 1821, this European colonizer named John Swatton said this about my people, the Creek Indians. The color of the inhabitants is dark brown. They preserve traditions of great antiquity and rhymes and chants. That's the part we focusing on. He said they preserve traditions of great antiquity and rhymes and chants. Dancing and physical exercises are held in honor, and they are passionately fond of ball games in which they exhibit the greatest skill. Alright, now I want y'all to keep that excerpt in mind for the rest of the video. Let's fast forward to the 1930s, where we have an example of us still practicing our culture. The Mills Brothers was the first melanated Americans, misnomered Black American artists, to have their own show on a national network, CBS, in 1930. They were the first to have a #1 hit on the Billboard single chart in 1943, and they were inducted into the Vocal Group Hall of Fame. They go by the Mills Brothers Caravan Vocal Orchestra. Now, as we get into this, I want y'all to notice the beatboxing, rhyming, and even breakdancing. Let's go.
Look here, children. Now how come? This here barbecue looks so glum. Speak up, sister. You ain't dumb.
How come?
How come? How come?
How come?
We were dancing for the cup, but the band done stood us up.
No jive and no jumping? Well, I guess this calls for something.
Now I know y'all seen what I seen. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. Next we have the Jambalaris. I think I pronounced that right. Rapping though, they was rapping in 1946 with the song Noah. They were an American gospel group from 1930 to 1950, formerly known as Royal Harmony Singers. Let's go.
Well, it's over and over. Oh, Noah. Oh, Noah. God's gonna ride on the women's side. Well, it's over and over. Oh, Noah. Oh, Noah. God's gonna ride on the women's side. Brother Noah, my God's talking. Said he would ride on the wind and tide. Hey, children, stop still and listen to me. God walked down to the brandy sea. He declared that the evil was the sin of man, and then he decided to destroy the land. He spoke to Noah. Noah, stop. He said, Noah, I want you to build me an ark. I want you to build it 3 cubits long. I want you to build it big and strong. I want it 50 high and 50 wide, so it will stand the wind and tide. Oh, Noah. Oh, Noah. Oh, Noah, God's gonna ride on the wind side. Well, it's a oh, Noah. Oh, Noah. Oh, Noah, God's gonna ride on the wind side. God's gonna ride on the wind side. Oh, Noah, brother Noah, my God's talking. Said he would ride on the wind and tide. Well, after the foundation was laid, then Noah began to hew and build. The ringing of the hammer cried judgment, the hewing of the saw cried sin and repent. 100 years he hammered and sawed, building the ark by the grace of God. When the ark was done, God's voice was heard. He said, now Noah, let me tell you what to do. Call in the animals 2 by 2, so he called them in the ark. 2 by 2, he called the bird, the ox with the kangaroo. Then he called and Japheth, the ham and sham. Then God began to flood the land. He raised his hands to heaven on high, shook the stars and moon from the sky, shook the mountain, he troubled the sea, hit the wind to his chariot wheel. He stepped on land, stood on the shore, and declared that time it wouldn't be no more. But it's oh, Noah, oh, Noah, oh.
Now that was in 1946. You can find the whole song on YouTube. We got another brother though named Pig Meat Markham, who was rapping in the 1960s, which is still before they say rap and hip hop culture was created. I'm showing you they was lying. Pig Meat Markham was a comedian, actor, and a so-called singer. To find the whole video, just go on YouTube. You can even go to my YouTube channel and find it. He's from North Carolina, but he got famous in New York. Let's go.
Who got the number? Who got the number? Everybody knows that John got the number.
Boy, what the devil's wrong with you?
Guess what?
What?
I got the number.
What?
I got the number.
Oh, well, how'd you get it?
Over the telephone.
What? Opera runner, number runner. But Big Joe done told all his men don't take no numbers after 10:30.
Well, it's 10:30 now. We can't win.
Yeah, but I got a way I can slip them in. See, I collects in Brooklyn along the dock. I don't get.
This next video is just as important as the rest. A lot of people like to say Kool Herc was a pioneer of hip hop. That's wrong. One, he learned DJing from American DJs like Disco King Mario and a few others I'm about to show. See, most don't realize that DJing came from disco, another art form that we created. These brothers was the true pioneers. Oh, and another thing, Herc played the whole song through, which wasn't the birth of hip hop. Herc was in New York playing American music, which was created by us melanated Americans, not Jamaicans, and in a form of DJing that was created by us. But watch this.
Pete DJ Jones was the first person that I saw with 2 turntables. This was 1972.
This is the first time that I get a chance to actually speak upon you with the utmost respect that you deserve in our culture of hip hop. To me, you are one of the 4 founders of our culture. If it was a Mount Morris or what they call Mount Richmorris or whatever the fuck they want to call it, you're supposed to stand there with your gangster hat on.
Prickola, you died on me too soon, and you know you should have stuck around to be talking about your own legacy. But you know what? As long as I'm here and you got a voice in me, I'm going to project that voice and let people know that you definitely was a bard and a pillar in this whole genre that we call music of the DJs.
The most dynamic individuals among the many dynamic individuals that are playing music in New York today. Kind of to the discredit of the music world, I think it's time that I first introduce you to Cameron Flowers, who is one of the founders of disco music and one of the innovators. Working hard here, hidden down behind. How you doing?
Hey, can you feel it? If you can't, let's not conceal it. I've got the notion from place to potion. This is the season. Get on down, the reason is pleasing. I want some fun. Check it out, yeah. W-A, or is that W-B-A-D? Super bass. The old school. Brought to you by the Santa Rita's finest, DJ Hollywood. Your up-and candy rapper, your Peter Paul Ramen Joy. Undescribably delicious, nasty and vicious, but just enough to do your dishes. Like Lord and Hardy, nothing but the life of your party. Cause there's nobody like your body. Now we know y'all did your thing on part 1, but right now on part 2, grab somebody, come on. We're about to make this more satisfying than ever before. It's the old school in full effect. Moving, baby. Right now we do it like this. I see you bobbing your head. I know you can feel it. It's the sound of the old school. Sound of music, baby doll. Hollywood, put it on one time. Come on. Oh yeah, no matter where you're from, no matter where you've been, right now, my friend, Sound of Hollywood continues on. Anybody know how to do the bump? You know how to do the bump? You know how to do the bump?
Now, they were some of the true pioneers who was doing it before Kool Herc. On to Puerto Ricans now. Never mind you, I fuck with Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans, but we got to get it straight. Y'all are guests in our culture. Puerto Ricans did not create breakdancing. In the beginning of this presentation, I showed you we was doing that in the 1930s, but I'll let you hear from one of the founders from the 1970s. Let's go.
We put it to you straight up. There wasn't no Puerto Ricans.
Wasn't no Puerto Rican. Wow.
Until the fathers.
Okay. So wasn't no Puerto Rican breakdances.
There wasn't no Puerto Rican.
But you saying you started it.
I started. And I'm not Puerto Rican.
You're not Puerto Rican?
I'm not Puerto Rican.
Wow.
I am black and proud.
Okay.
My mama's from North Carolina. And my daddy's from South Carolina.
Okay,
We
salute,
black,
salute.
we Indian, we got the African, the jeans and
Right.
all that. Anyway, most of the dances anyway come from us anyway.
Okay.
Tap dancers, black. You know, ballet, black. Everything that they blind us with actually come from us.
Right.
We actually did a lot of things that our people really never got the recognition for.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Like they stole a lot of stuff from us. Our voices, our songs, a lot of things, and it's just coming out now. So y'all want to know the truth? No. Spanish Brothers was not breakdancing in the 70s. 71, 72, 73, 70. Matter of fact, they barely came to some of our parties. And if they did, they was coming after the girl.
Oh yeah, I'm not even done yet. But by this time, my point should be clear. American Indians, aka Black Americans, created hip hop. It's no doubt. Like, why would you even try to steal it? It's crazy. Like, we ain't still here. But this next video you're gonna see is Jamaica's music pioneers, and they're gonna tell you how reggae was started. Now, this is gonna surprise a lot of people if you haven't heard this before. Wait, hold up. Now, before we get into on how the Jamaicans took soul music and created the genre we know as reggae today, we're gonna touch on graffiti right quick. Then we gonna hear and see what James Brown had to say about hip hop's inception, along with showing a little trailer from Tariq Nasheed's microphone check, and then right back to the Jamaicans. Now, this is Daryl McCray, aka Cornbread, the godfather of graffiti. He's from Philadelphia, which Philadelphia was the capital of graffiti for the long time and the first capital of graffiti in the Americas. Graffiti is also the first element of hip hop. The legend Cornbread from Philly is said to have tagged over 10,000 things, including planes, vehicles, billboards, and even elephants. He been tagging since the late 50s, early 60s. It will say he was 12 when he started, but other accounts said he was younger. Remember, this whole video is just to show that hip hop is a cultural continuation for us original melanated Americans. Enjoy the rest of the video, family, and I'll be back.
See, I started the rap music.
Woman is a strong rap. Hey!
It's still the best country without a doubt. And if anybody says it ain't, you just try to put them out. They ain't going nowhere. You got a good fight. When I told you one time that I was a shoe shine boy, every word I said, I meant. But name me any other country, you can start as a shoe shine boy and shake hands with the president.
What do you think of music around today, especially things like hip hop and Run DMC and the Beastie Boys?
Well, those are poor copies, well, not say poor copies, but they're copies of what they thought I was doing in the 60s, like Let the Brother Rap.
To me, the brother, the rap.
What they're doing is things I did years ago.
Do the front, you do the freak bank, and do the bump, and when the sucker MCs try to prove a point with Triple Trio, or with the serious joiner from song to song and from day to day, I sit down and write a brand new rhyme.
But see, rap music is kind of a variation, I mean, kind of a, it's like the end of a James Brown song, what we would do at the very end.
I got a woman who just, good God, I got a woman who just won't sit down. She won't stop loving, but just a little bit. She's fine and fine, that's my kind.
I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm that nigga in the alley. I'm your doctor when you need, want some coke, have some weed. You know me, I'm your friend, your main boy, thick and thin. I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man. Ain't I clean, bad machine, super cool, super clean, feeling good for the man, super fly. Here I stand, secret stash, heavy bread, baddest bitches in the bed. I'm your pusher man.
Hands on your cell, I'm the fire down in hell. I'm the ice cream bells, I'm the gas you pump that shit up, nigga. I'm the wheels on the tank. I'm the $1 million that you want from the bank.
Well, after the foundation was laid, then Noah began to hew and build. The ringing of the hammer cried judgment, the hewing of the saw cried sin repent. 100 years he hammered and sawed, building the ark by the grace of God. When the ark was done, God's voice was heard.
Murder, more murder, more murder, murder, more 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 murder, murder, more murder, more murder, murder, more murder, more murder, murder, more murder.
For some reason, I'm not getting that funk sound on them drums. They're playing it, but it's not coming out.
It's the 50th anniversary of hip-hop, and we still have a lot of discrepancies as far as the origins of hip-hop, a lot of claims, who did what, who was the first this, who was the this and that, and such. But at the end of the day, we need a definitive story, all right? And that story can only be told by the founders of this culture.
Like everything was being driven and influenced by young, black, American culture, like the slang, the style of dress, the initial music that we chose.
Look at all the boroughs. You got, money making Manhattan and money earning Mount Vernon and Crooklyn. The Bronx was the boogie down Bronx. We was partying up there.
I am Coke LaRock, the first MC of hip hop. First cat to pick the mic up.
I introduced rapping to the turntables because when I came with it, nobody in the world was doing it. I'm right after Rudy Ray Moore.
They want to come in the mix, they want to say, we started. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. What came to be known as hip hop was solely an African American creation.
What would you get out of some Jamaican toast? What is that? I've never heard of a rapper use a Jamaican toast or a Jamaican flow as a rhyme. I'd never heard of it, and I don't know where that myth came from.
My name is legendary King Trixie from the Bronx, DX from the West Side. I am the first breakdancer.
And that narrative that hip hop has had 3 founding fathers, that's been rolling for the last almost 30 years, which isn't true. You don't have just 3 people who created hip hop. Hip hop was created by a number of different people.
I am the grandfather, the godfather of the graffiti culture. I am the first element of hip hop.
The roots of hip hop being Jamaican, absolutely false.
My name is MC Shara. I am a founding member of the MC/rap culture.
Cassette tapes was the internet of our time. It just traveled around by hand.
I know for a fact that the B-boy stance started from the guards, 5%ers that would be at the jams back in the days who were acting as security.
If they get the real truth of how it all was created, then so many lies would not be able to be in existence.
Love your sister, love your brothers.
We would listen to a Dionne Warwick song and try to sing it exactly as Dionne did it.
If you are a group, you try to study the Supremes, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. If there was a group who comes from abroad to our shores, we would want to go and see them because they have something to teach us.
It all came from the American R&B music, you know, because we're always being influenced by the impressions, all them soul R&B groups.
We start imitating the rhythm and blues songs like say Smiley Lewis or Professor Longyear or Louis Jordan, you know, those kind of beat. We try to imitate it.
When we was playing the boogie woogie and the shuffle and things like that, we realized that we were definitely swatting or copying the American stuff. We did some rhythm and blues, tried to copy the rhythm and blues with that driving beat.
It was all about rhythm and blues.
As the 1950s rolled on, the music of Fats Domino, Ray Charles and Louis Jordan was streaming into the island from Southern American radio stations just over 90 miles away. And with the sound systems blasting it out most nights of the week, downtown Kingston went dance crazy. Sound systems became the biggest local industry in downtown Kingston, and competition was fierce. To pull in the punters, you had to have the best music blasting out of your system. The race was on for the hottest American tunes.
Easy Ricky sensation. You know, American people, they need cheap labor, so they bring the cut them cane and things. But why are they cutting cane? If you buy rhythm and blues, 6 times more money you get because you're going to sell it back to sound system people. So everybody anxious to go to the farmer, but not for cut cane. They want to go buy some record, you know?
Out of this fierce competition, 2 giants emerged, Clement Coxon Dodd and Arthur Duke Reed. Combining their liquor businesses with their sound system dances, they were effectively the barons of downtown Kingston and would continue to control the Jamaican music business for the next 15 years.
The reggae artist was rapping on that music back in the 70s and late 60s. The reggae artist was rapping on that music back in the 70s and late 60s.
Coxon sound system was a sort of sound system to create disc jockeys that would use the microphone in between records. All the other DJs before our time, they would only just put on the records or either dance with a girl or drink a beer, but it wasn't anything exciting.
Well, I'm Clement Dodd, better known as Sir Coxon Downbeat, Master of the Royal Society of Jazz and King of Sound Systems.
Well, when you were growing up, that was their music in the house?
Well, yes, we had Martha Richards radio, and we used to listen to the foreign station a lot, like Voice of America, listening to people like Billy Eckstein and Sierra Vaughan, Lionel Lampton, Louis Jordan, you know.
So where did you get the idea to go to America?
Well, in the early days, it was a popular thing of the recruiting men for Florida, you know, to either work in fruit or vegetable or the sugar cane.
So did you mix with the Americans at all, or?
Well, at work. Yeah, at work we mix with it. And weekend, you know, when you go party, you mix a lot with the Americans.
So would the parties be in town, or?
Yes, more, yeah, you'd say in town.
Have you ever
It would be jukeboxes. When we go to like live shows, then it's quite different, it would be a band. While I was there, I sent the amplifier along with a lot of records and stuff like that.
So you knew that was what you were going to do?
Yes, and I sent diagram of how like the box to be built, Then my old lady got involved, gave out the boxes, and she just started. As a matter of fact, she was the very first female DJ in Jamaica. I get ideas from some of the jukebox, you know, to build these boxes with a lot of glass and fancy stuff and writing on it.
Was he speaking?
No, the speaking wasn't really in the swing. I came back and changed that with a lot of toasting, you know.
Did you get that idea from America?
America, right. And then I got together with Count Machuki and, you know, would just toast to him like I've heard it on the radio station.
This is the music I was listening to back in the days. Ska music before reggae coming to its own. Ska music before reggae coming to its own.
When we was playing the boogie woogie and the shuffle and things like that, we realized that we were definitely swatting or copying the American stuff. But after playing and experimenting along the way, we realized we could do something on our own. And then just for that difference, this is why we decided to really come up and stick to the scale.
So you thought we want to make something Jamaican?
Some Jamaican sound, true Jamaican sound.
We start imitating the rhythm and blues songs like say Smiley Lewis or Professor Longyear, Louis Jordan, and you know, those kind of beats. We tried to imitate it. It didn't turn out that way, so we decided to keep this as our own type. That's how that can come in.
Styling like those was really rhythm and blues. What we did to this rhythm and blues is like you'll be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But this kind we change it to 1, 2, 3. And then it's more 2, 4, 2, 4 instead of 1.
It is Jamaica's first musical revolution. And we call it Ska.
I created this presentation to show multiple things. The first one, of course, is to show that melanated Americans, aka the real American Indians, misnomered as Black Americans and reclassified as others, created hip-hop. And the second is to show we still do what our ancestors did innately. That's my biggest thing. We still do what our ancestors did innately, the good and the bad, believe you me. I find it mad disrespectful for other demographics of people who are all immigrants here, all of them, to try and do what the European colonizers did and still do, which is try and steal our creations and cultures for themselves, or try to interject themselves in it to make themselves feel associated with somehow, instead of just appreciating the culture from afar. Now, Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans are American family, but they're not us. You understand? So it's a difference in cultures. They have their own, and we have ours. I want this to be clear as well. Africans are not us. They are not like us. Our cultures have nothing to do with Africa. If you notice in today's society, just like in the past, see, I like to connect the dots and show you we still do what our ancestors did innately, right? So just like we created cultures and innovate things today, we did the same thing in the past, and that's what they used to do, copy off us just like they do today. But our hip hop, our cultures, many cultures didn't start in Africa. Because if it did, then we'll be copying off of them instead of them copying off of us. But everything that we do, they copy, which means we are the originators, not them. But other than that, peace, love, and power to all my people.
Smoking sessions with Chief Pressure.